name, year that you, I guess the years that you attended, maybe that's easier. You. We'll try to wait a few more minutes, a couple more minutes, give a couple people a chance to log on. If you can put your grad year or the years that you attended DU, your name and the years that you attended in the chat box, please. Yeah. I really feel like we need the Jeopardy music, Brady Bunch, something while we're all waiting. It's always an awkward silence on Zoom. Start talking, don't start talking.
Yeah, I'm getting a few text messages. We have some people that are coming in. It'll be just a few minutes late.
Do you want us to wait?
Give it one more minute.
Perfect. Yeah, we're all here. For those of you just log on, put your name and years that you attended DU in the chat box, please. 9, 2, I don't know, breathe.
Coach, I think we can get going. Those guys are going to log on.
Okay. Well, good. Well, we'll get started. Obviously, this is our first alumni call, so we appreciate you guys logging in. I think there's 4 of you guys, so definitely going to get bigger at some point. This is our first intro via Zoom is what we're all kind of doing these days. I just wanted to have a chance to introduce myself, obviously our staff, and to just really talk to you about what we've been doing so far in terms of, you know, COVID and building, changing the culture here and building programs. So obviously I'm Dosha Woods. I've been here a little over 2 months. I came from Tulane University. I was there for about 10 years, very similar setup to DU. So that's really what attracted me here, just the academic setup, the athletic setup. I played at Western Illinois in the same league as DU now that we're both in the Summit League. So that part is pretty cool. But I am really excited about this opportunity. I think the sky, I know not to use the old cliche, that, you know, the sky's the limit in terms of what DU has to offer. I like to brag about when I got the position, I think we were ranked 97th nationally academically, and we've gone up 17 spots to 80. And that's always a nice recruiting tool, kind of narrows it out for us in terms of like who's really interested academically and athletically. So that's fun. I took my time building our staff, so I'll just introduce them. Coach Sheets, which a lot of you guys know, not from Colorado, but might as well be from Colorado. Played at University of Colorado, has a lot of experience. She will serve basically as a recruiting coordinator. Obviously, this is her second stint here with us in our with DU, and obviously first one here with our program. A lot of good energy, and she'll be responsible for coaching the guards. Next, Coach Dubs, we were together at Tulane. She's back on the sidelines in a coaching role. She'll coach the bigs and do a lot of our academic scheduling, all of those fun things like that in the office. And Coach Finney, you know, we still call him Rook. He's the last one. This is what his real, like, kind of first year, we'll say, of actually coaching. So he's the rookie of the group. He'll help Coach Dubs with the bigs. And then We don't have a full staff, if you will. We don't have an ops this year, so he'll kind of take over some of that duties and obviously help coaching on the court as well. Talking a little bit about where we are as a team. It's been crazy. This week, my phrase has been control the controllables. I want to start with the positives first, right? We have Hamilton. It's still up and running, fortunately, but we haven't had to take over a program and not to be able to practice 5-on-5 of everybody on the same court at the same time has been tricky. Creative, flexible, fluid has all been our words here for 2020. It's been crazy. So right now, how our setup is, we have, oh, my bad. I skipped you, Emily, as you're sitting there. My fault. My fault. You disappeared and then you came back on me. I forgot to introduce Emily. My bad. My fault.
No worries. I had to move to a place with better signal. Hi, I'm Emily Boone. I work in our development office and here to welcome everybody along with Coach Woods, and excited to see all these faces and meet everybody, get to know everyone.
Thank you. You were on my call and then you disappeared and then you came back.
I did. It kicked me out. Who knows?
But I wanted to talk a little bit about practice and kind of tell you guys how it's been. So imagine Hamilton. We're fortunate, the positive, right? We have 3 full courts, but us 4 coaches coach from the middle court. And then we have 2 cohorts and they can't overlap. So it's basically 7 and 7 of players on the court. And so trying to modify drills that's supposed to be for the entire team or supposed to be, you know, a little bit more people involved, trying to think about their legs. So I literally was working on practice before this, but it's every drill that we could think of. It's probably been modified to some capacity. We started last week wearing masks during workouts. So initially it was, they come in, we take their temperature, and then we put on their mask, or they come in the mask and then they can take it off for workouts. Now they wear them, we all wear them all day. So trying to coach through it, picture trying to practice with the mask on. And I would say they've been super resilient. You know, I know it's not, we don't post a lot of pictures anymore because it's hard to keep them up here. So you might see them here on their chin or somewhere. So, but they are working hard as best they can. Today was a conditioning day and those days are never fun. They didn't even do that much if you asked me, but they were struggling today. But no, we really wanted to just have a chance to, as some of you guys are logging back on, I know everybody has different relationships. So I want to stop talking for a little bit to give you guys a chance to introduce yourselves, the years that you played here at DU. You can unmute yourself and let's say your favorite basketball memory, because that's part of the reason why we're here. So I will just call a name that I see on your screen and then you just pick somebody else to call, because I don't know everybody. So I'm going to see Anne, I'm going to have her start first, and then you just throw it to somebody else after you say your name, year you played, and your favorite basketball memory.
Hi, Anne, me, right? Yes.
Yes.
You guys can hear me? Okay, cool. So my name is Anne Belladone. My maiden name was Ballard, and I played, excuse me, I played from 1994 to 98. I played for Tracy Sheehan for 1 year, and then Pam Tanner and Tracy Tripp for my last 3 years. We did our transition from D2 to D1 when I was here. And then my favorite basketball memory, right? Is that right? Okay.
Yes, correct. Sorry, I was muted. Correct.
No, it's okay. Gosh. There's a lot. There are many. I think the biggest thing that, I mean, I'll just say like an overall 4 years. I mean, there were highs, there were lows. You know, there's a lot of growth opportunities that you have as a student. And I apologize. I actually have, my whole family has strep throat. So it's good we're Zooming right now. Sorry.
Thanks for logging
I'm not sharing. But better than COVID, maybe. Anyways, I would just say like it's kind of a family, like you go through tough times together. And I just remember like when a teammate was going through a tough time or you just kind of stuck together and it was your family away from home. And I think as far as like a fondness for the team, I would say overall it was just like meeting some really great people and having having that camaraderie, and especially during those times when you have a conditioning day and they suck, they're hard. And so that's what I would share.
Perfect. Okay, then you have to pick somebody else on the screen
Okay.
to go next.
I'm gonna pick Allie.
I am Allie Butler, so I came late to the call, so if I missed one of the questions that you asked us to answer, let me know. I played at DU from 04 to 07. I transferred from the Air Force Academy. I played under Pam Tanner and Tracy Tripp, and Chuck Reeb and Ellen Grosso were coaches at the time, and Marissa Mosley and Tanya Have were coaches along the way. One of my favorite memories, just, probably some of my teammates and stuff, and some of the locker room times that we had, and some of the traveling and stuff that we did. But something that's come to mind just because I see her on the Zoom call right now is Ashley Robinson and one of the conference tournament games.
Allie, this is not a good moment. You're talking about your favorite moment, not something that happened.
But it was a good, she knows I won't embarrass her too bad, but anybody that was on the squad that year, I think knows what moment we're talking about. But anyways, I don't know, it was just a lot of fun with the teammates and playing and traveling and hanging out in the hotels and all that stuff.
Cool. Okay, so you got to throw it to somebody else.
I'm going to throw it to Abby.
Hey guys, I'm Abby Miller. My maiden name was Licklider. I played from 07 to 11 with Coach Sheets. We were Tanner and Trips last year, and then got Coach Johnson, Sheets, and crew my sophomore year. Favorite moment? Oh gosh, there's a lot. I would agree, probably a ton of the off-court stuff, honestly. We were a super tight-knit group. We had some really fun summers. We kind of all stuck around a lot for the summers, which was just super fun. Ashley, Bree, a couple of us worked the dorms over the summer. That was pretty entertaining. We got free housing, so it was totally worth it. But we made a lot of memories those summers we did that. So that's what I would say. I'll kick it to Desi. It's good to see your face.
Hey guys, I'm Desiree Hunter. I played 2010 through 2014. I was coaching with Coach Johnson, and then we got Coach KC. Say hi, guys. I have some intruders here, but say hi. I would say favorite memory. Oh, it's very hard. Probably the most memorable. I don't know. There's a lot to choose from. Probably my last year for our conference tournament. I mean, we were having a pretty not great year, and we went to our conference tournament, and probably most of us didn't pack enough clothes and didn't pack enough stuff, and we ended up staying for a full week. But we did quite well. So that was pretty fun, I would say. And then I will pass it to Ash and Emmy. You guys are cracking me up over there.
Listen, if y'all haven't realized by now, we the life of the party. From the first Zoom that happened, we the life of the party over here. But I will go first because seniority rules.
Always.
Right. I'm Ashley Robinson. I played 06 to 2010. So I got Pam Tanner and Coach Tripp my freshman and sophomore year, and then was blessed to get Coach Johnson and Coach Sheets and Coach Hawks and Lisa my junior and senior year. And I think my favorite moment, there's probably a bunch, to be honest, because I think every team that I was on, we all had an interesting bond. Can we just take a minute to acknowledge that Brianna Culberson invited half the people on here, so there's a million people. Brianna Culbertson.
Yes, yes, give Bree.
So if you are not
Didn't
Brianna
miss you,
Culbertson, please change your name on the Zoom. Nina. Like, just side note. But I'm gonna say some of my favorite moments are probably like those summers leading into the season. That's when I got young Miko here. And as a freshman, I remember Nikki Weddle going against Brittany Rice, who's not on this call, in the summer and like preseason, like pickups and stuff. So the summers are always a good time just to compete and get better. And yeah, those are probably my favorite moments. What's yours?
Oh, hi everyone. I'm Emmy. I played from 2009 to 2013. I was with Coach Johnson all 4 years. Coach Sheets, Coach Hawk, and Coach Faulkner. It's kind of weird calling them coaches because I now just, I mean, Sheets is Sheets, but Lisa I call Lisa, and Eric I call Eric, which is kind of weird. A ton of moments just came to my mind. One of my least favorite moments, Des, do you remember? I had to hold a plank while you had to do pull-ups. Desiree is 6'2", you know what I'm saying?
Awful.
Like, but you know, those strength and conditioning workouts, I miss those. You know, people pay a lot of money to get their butts whooped now, and we had that quote unquote built in. But we definitely had some fun strength and conditioning days. And then I could just talk about a few game winners. My freshman year, we were up at South Al, and we were up. We shouldn't have had a game winner, but
But that's what the Lakers are saying right now. Anthony Davis ain't saying that. You hit the game winner, girl.
Okay, I hit the game winner. That was really fun. Bree Culberson drove, kicked it to me and the corner, and I made a shot. It was awesome. And I flexed on people, which was funny. And then Brittany Rice, the game before Christmas, at home, Brittany Rice hit a 3 to beat ULM. Do you remember that? And you know, if you lose before Christmas, it's not the best Christmas break. So shout out to Brittany Rice for hitting that game winner. But it's lovely to see you all. I hope you all are staying safe. And
You gotta throw it to somebody else now. We have a couple left.
Oh, sorry. Who's this? I didn't play with her. Oh.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Who'd you pick?
Oh.
Nena.
Nena.
What's going on, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
The dreaded Zoom question. Do y'all know the WNBA finals is going on right now? I'm just saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry I'm late. Running back-to-back meetings. Hello, everyone. Toby. I'm assuming the prompt is, when did we play? Yeah. 5 to 9. I think that's right. What the other prompt? Favorite memory?
Yes.
Got it. Oh.
Your least favorite is some people have just added.
So many ad-libs. Actually, you know what my favorite memory is? The play that ended my career, the whack charge that Brianna did not get called. Or she got called for a block and it was actually a charge. Y'all remember that? In the Sun Belt Conference semis?
Versus Little Rock, yeah.
Yes. That's the most distinct memory. But anytime Ty Lowry hit a game winner, that was probably my favorite memory from that era, that 06 team. It was good time. And that's it. It's good to see everybody.
You got to throw it to someone else. I think we got like 3 Brianna Culbertsons, I think.
Who are all these Briannas?
Yeah, that's
what has everybody else gone?
Ty.
Ty hasn't gone?
Or Tasha. Or what?
Nikki Weddle? What?
I'll take it, Nana, because I'm driving.
Okay, go ahead, Ty. But Nikki, I see you, girl. What's going on?
I got Nikki after me. What's up, y'all? This is Ty Isha Lowry Jones, and Favorite memories. Well, got so many. Like Nana said, game-winning shot to upset Arkansas State, 06-07. Bree and Ashley invading my privacy their freshman year, all freshman year. Uh, shit. The time me and Tasha's we had to throw the candy out the window in New York, or no, we were in Illinois because coaches were doing a room check, and the candy landed on top of this air conditioning vent, so we could see it out the window the whole trip. Couldn't get to it though. Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Yeah, don't.
Okay. Oh, what else? Going against Nikki Weddle every day my freshman year. It was a battle every year, every day, and a lot of cussing going on and pushing and shoving and fighting, but she made me better. Let's see. Yeah, those are a few. So yeah, but I'll pass it to Nikki Weddle if she's on. I can't see who's on though. Is she on?
I think she's on,
Weddle.
but she's muted. And
Yeah,
she
I'm here.
not.
My bad. My bad. I'm driving too, Ty. I'm heading to practice, actually. Hello, everybody. My name is Nikki Weddle. I played at DU from 99 to 2002. Oh, Jesus, I can't believe I had to count. But, yeah, I played under Pam Tanner and Tracy Tripp. I ended up transferring, actually, from CU Boulder. And my fondest memory, as everybody knows, is, of course, the NCAA tournament. Us get going there and getting smashed by Virginia Tech. But we went. Only 64 go every year. And, of course, definitely my fondest memories is coming back during the summertime to see, future Pioneers that will play, and the stories of Weddle being rude and being is very true. But but it and I had a badge for the game, so I apologize to you about cussing y'all out. You already know. And y'all see my son in the back. You already see him. He's about to learn how to coach too. So yeah, I'm coaching at Rangers now. And if anybody's in Colorado, come support us. You already know. But it's good to see everybody though. It's for real. That's dope. It's good to see everybody. That's dope. Hey Shelly, how you doing? Sheets. I wore her number in high school because of her. You already know.
What's up, Nikki? So good to see you, buddy.
I think we have two left. I don't know if this is the real Bree left.
Yeah, we're going to pass on to Tasha Jones over there. Come on. Excuse me, T. Billups. You know what I'm saying? Give it to T. Billups.
Hi, everyone. I played from 01 to 05 under Pam Tanner, Tracy Tripp, Chuck Reed, Ellen Grosso. Weddle was my host when I came to DU. I think one of I don't know if it's my fondest memory, but it was pretty memorable playing in a tournament in Hawaii where we played UConn and Diana Taurasi. So that was an experience. We lost by 50 maybe, but it was definitely an experience, and I just loved my teammates, and we're close to this day. And I just look forward to continuing to support the new Doja, you and your staff, and we're excited to see what comes for you guys.
Thank you. And I think Miss Barbara Day, you might be the last one. I think everybody else went.
Hi, everyone. I'm the old lady on the call. So I played from 78 to 81. Actually, my senior year, I didn't play. And I'm going to shout out a little bit to Dr. Breeding. She, I believe, was the first coach for women's basketball at the University of Denver. And she just passed away in the last month at the ripe old age of, I believe, 88. And she recruited me. And then I ended up playing for Bernie Bra. But Dr. Breeding was a fabulous individual. And she had a ranch over in Gunnison. And this was back, obviously, in the Division II days. And we drove red station wagons everywhere we went to play. And it was, big, ugly, god-awful red station wagons with DU stamped all over the side. But whenever we went to Gunnison, we would stay with Dr. Breeding at her ranch. And we'd always extend the trip a few days, and we'd go snowmobiling and horseback riding. and it was a blast. And we had a bunch of kids from Montana. I'm not sure why Montana was the state that everybody came from, but Carla Kramer, KK, was, I think she still may hold a rebounding record or two. And Cindy Bush or something like that, I think, was our little point guard, and she was from somewhere in Montana. And then Linda Ronick, I think we're all familiar with her name. But we just had a great time. And on one of our trips to Gunnison, we hit a deer, and the deer didn't die. So Bernie jumps out of the ugly red station wagon, and I think it was Connie Larson that was our trainer, and made her get the tape scissors out and try to kill the deer and put it out of her misery. It was absolutely horrifying that we're out there with tape scissors trying to put a deer down that we hit in the middle of nowhere.
I'm going to be honest, Miss Day, I was not ready for the end of that.
I'm sure you weren't, neither were we. And we also traveled to Hawaii and to Alaska my freshman year, maybe. So we went from some tournament in Hawaii and then literally flew straight across to Fairbanks, Alaska. And a lot of memories I have would not necessarily be appropriate, but the bars were open in Honolulu till 4 a.m. And somehow we managed to be at all the bars and then get back in time to get on our flight to go to Fairbanks, but they lost our luggage. So we were dressed in Hawaii clothes, and it was December 18th in Fairbanks, Alaska. So we missed the sunrise and the sunset, and it was like 36 below zero. And we were in flip-flops and shorts. Anyhow, that was pretty comical. But we had a great time. There's several of us that are still really good friends. 3 of us have daughters that are all the same age, and our daughters are all best friends and travel together. And you know what? It was a great opportunity, and Title IX afforded us great opportunities. And I just feel like, you know, we can, if we could get a lot of the older group involved, there's just an awful lot I think we could contribute and add to your program and help grow it for you.
Absolutely. Thank you, and thank everybody for sharing. I think it's, you know, in our mind, this is going to be, we want to build it, not by ourselves. When I went through the interview process, I tell the story all the time. I had this whole idea of how I wanted the team to kind of build the culture and what I wanted them to do. And I think once we got here, you know, this is my 19th year overall coaching. What I've learned, even in just the last 10 years, how much the game and the players have evolved. That it's not like a lot of, especially when some of you guys played, talking about the years that you played, it's not a lot of, we can't coach like that anymore. Just being honest, we can't coach like that. Kids are built different, they're raised different. People oftentimes want to blame the players. And it's not their fault. You know, they're 18 to 21 year olds are going to be 18 to 21 year olds. What's different is how they're being raised. And then once we get them. So, you know, we are really trying to build a culture where everybody feels valued, respected, and appreciated. Our players have a voice, and some might think too much of a voice. We're constantly asking for feedback on what they think. I don't have any water breaks on the practice schedule. It's just always, I never understood when coaches would put that on there, right? We're going to get a water break at this time in a game. If you're thirsty, you're going to get water. So obviously, because of COVID, we've had to make some adjustments, but it's really like, y'all breathing heavy? Okay, get water. Like, it's some of those things that even 5 years ago, I think I would have been wasting my energy on, you know, tucking your shirt in, even tattoos. Somebody got a tattoo over the weekend, and I can't speak for the previous staff, but she was all nervous coming into practice, and it was your body, not mine. Like I'm going to tell you, I don't want to spend my energy. I want to spend my energy coaching the game, teaching them how to play, not plays. So we really wanted to have this call to just really get to know you guys. I think our staff, and if this wasn't COVID, obviously we want to have alumni night and build that up, but really want you guys to feel like this is a program that you can be proud of, that when you see us, hopefully we build it up and people think of suddenly they think of DU and not just here. I feel like we got to use a 5280 to our advantage. So we plan on running a lot. I don't know if they're ready for it, but we just keep running and just keep running, having running practices and drills, and they can't tell what's a drill, what's supposed to be conditioning, because we just have it all go the same. So I don't know, sisters, if you guys want to add anything that I've left out, Sheets, Penny, Dubs, but I feel like I have my notes here. Don't judge me, but I've been having my notes.
Yeah, I would say, you know, Coach Woods, just, you know, appreciate everyone logging on tonight. Obviously, some of you guys are new, you know, meeting us, meeting Coach Woods. and just really feel that open door, right? Open door for you guys to feel that, DU is part of your family and that we're part of yours, that, this was a 4-year decision that you made years ago, but it's a 40-year decision and to be a part of our program. And to know that, we just want to give you DU love and for you to feel that. And so whatever we can do to help you guys stay connected. I know Coach Penny is going to put in the chat a link. Really would appreciate you guys filling that out. Just a couple questions for us to stay connected. But again, just really appreciate you guys logging on tonight.
And I had a question for you guys, and either just unmute yourself, but as I mentioned earlier, I played at Western Illinois and kind of did this whole ebb and flow of like my involvement as an alumni. I had a former player go there a few years ago as an assistant, and then that's actually what got me. They fired the coach that I played for, so I was bitter for about 2 or 3 years. I was hot, so I was like, I'm not giving them shit. I'm not doing anything. And so when my former player was looking for a job and she was working for the different coach, he started reaching out and they built a program. They actually went to the tournament a couple years ago, and we really stayed in contact that way. But it really was that connection. Other than that, I didn't hear from them very much. So I really want to ask you guys, what is it that you need from us, and how can we keep you, other than the obvious, right, alumni game? Would you guys be interested in like a monthly newsletter? What type of updates, and how involved do you guys want us to be? Because I think as we're building now, the caveat is, as I mentioned, we're understaffed, right? We don't have a graduate assistant. We don't have a director of ops. So it's really just the 4 of us trying to manage a lot of these duties. But we do have Zoom. We have technology that we can balance some of it out. So if any of you guys want to unmute yourself and just say how we can be better for you guys if this is your first time circling back around being involved. And don't everybody speak at once is what
I would just say, based off of the
you're breaking up.
Staff and job with us alumni last year, nor did they. Sorry, I was saying last year's staff didn't make much of an effort with us to communicate and let us know what was going on. The only person that we kept in contact with, which was Crystal Reed, and she did a great job. But as far as the head coach, first assistant, we just had no communication from them, and we just didn't feel very included. So, I mean, I know y'all are busy, you're understaffed. I would just say communication, it doesn't have to be monthly, but just something to make us feel like we're still involved and a part of the program would be helpful.
Perfect. Thank you for that.
I agree with what Tasha said and everything. And then I also just think, you have a really good and successful group of alumni here. I think that has a lot of connections and networking within the Denver community and stuff, to where use us and take advantage of us as well too, to where if there's anything that we can do to help support the program, or help out with tickets to stuff or events or things that we're connected with, reach out. And I know that quite a few of us have connections to various places in Denver that can be outings or events or whatnot. So use us too, because we definitely want to be involved beyond just giving money. So that's what I have.
Yeah, I would agree. I was going to say something similar, Allie, which is just I'm pretty involved through my company with DU alums, and just trying to help recent grads get jobs and resume reviews and interview prep. So if it's like also for seniors and just people who want to stick around in Denver, I'm more than happy to help. I think there's a handful of us that are still in Denver and are well connected. So I think we can help as well. And if there's stuff you need volunteers for, or non-COVID world, like it won't be great, but I'm always happy to volunteer to, throw some balls or rebound or whatever we got to do. I think us local people always want to stay involved in practice players or whatever you guys need. So don't hesitate to reach out. I also agree with Tasha. Like, I've been fairly outspoken with prior staff, like completely ignoring us. And I think it was to their detriment. So definitely stay connected and use us, because as you can see, we're a pretty close group and we would love to help. So.
And before anybody else chimes in, I want to piggyback on what Abby said, because we are in Zoom. A lot of our team meetings our team doesn't have access to our office or the locker room. They come in, they go to practice, they leave. They come in, they go to the weight room, and they leave. So a lot of what we do is on Zoom. So if you guys fill out the survey that Coach Penny sends, it'll have your contact information. If anybody's interested, we definitely will start having alumni on our Zoom calls, just to talk to the team, just to say, hey, whether it's what you're doing here locally, what your business is, or just your experience here at DU. So if any of you guys are interested, please include your email information in the survey, and we can set that up. Right now, they're Wednesday nights, October 14th, we go to our 20 hours. We're not going to get close to 20 hours, so we're going to try to utilize a lot of that time via Zoom with some mandatory meetings that way. So make sure that you include your email, and again, it could be however light you want it, however, just whatever the topic is, we can kind of determine that prior to. But that is definitely a way that while we're all in this COVID situation, that I feel like we can all stay connected as well. Perfect. Well, I didn't want to take, if anybody else didn't have anything to add, I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I am going to treat you guys like I do the team. So we have to take a picture because that's just what we have to do. So I can tweet it. You're not exempt. Nobody's ever exempt. So let me get this situated. And if
hey, Coach Woods, one more second before you take that picture. Hey, everybody, if you could follow us on our social media outlets, that's a great way for everyone to stay connected as well. To kind of have a hands-on of what we're doing day to day, week to week. We're trying to up our social media game, so be patient with that. But we're doing our best with that. But also follow us and then DM us as well, and we'll follow you guys all back.
And is the real Brianna Culberson actually on this call?
Yes, she is.
How come you didn't talk?
Yes, Bree, come on, girl.
Yes, look, we're about to end the call. Show your face.
There's just a lot going on around me right now.
Okay, we'll stay out your business. Just tell us a favorite memory.
My favorite memory, oh gosh, what was it? I don't know. There was a ton of them. I had one in my head and then I forgot it.
Okay, we won't put you on the spot, but everybody else.
It was probably that concussion you got, right?
Or all five of them, maybe?
Why you can't remember?
Or the passing out from all the candy.
That's true. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. That's actually what I was going to say was my freshman year when we had to do the line test. And I was like 1 second away from having to join the Breakfast Club. And Brooke shoved me over the line so I didn't have to join Breakfast Club. And that was great.
Oh, that's a good, I'm sure a lot of you guys conditioning tests. Uh-oh. That is actually one change that I made as well, is we're not going to have a conditioning test. Because like when you think about it, you're going to run anyway, right? So you make the conditioning test. It's not like you're really out anything. You mentally, you get through it. So I just plan on us running a lot. But at Tulane, the players would literally start, I mean, it'd be like panic attacks, somebody be sick. And it was like to see the dramatics to build up for them to either make it or not make it and still have to run anyway. It's like you didn't get anything by it. So we're not going to do it this year. We'll see how they respond to that, but we're not doing a conditioning test. Okay, we're ready for the picture unless somebody else has some. Nikki, I'm gonna need you to turn that camera around. Okay, there you go. Oh, there's Bree. Perfect for the picture. All right. If you guys know me, I pretty much have taken about 7 already, so smile. And I don't know which one we'll post, but one of them's going up. Great. I will put my information in the chat box, both my email address and my cell phone. It's still a New Orleans number because it's just easier that way to try to switch all your contacts. Make sure I wrote it right this time. But you guys, please feel free to reach out to me, email, text. Like I said, I think our first initiative with you guys, once we kind of get our schedule set, is to really invite you guys on an alumni call, whether it's to talk about what you're currently doing, to talk about your experience here at DU. I think our players have been super resilient. You know, it's a lot of moving parts, and whether it's incoming freshmen or me being a first-time head coach, is all of these things that you think you're ready for, and then no one has prepared for the pandemic. But I think we're in pretty good hands with the administration, just the sacrifices that DU is trying to make for us so we can have a season. That's still up in the air, but once we get the kind of schedule situated, you guys will get that information as well. But really appreciate your time tonight logging in, and I guarantee you this won't be our last conversation either. Anybody else got anything you want to add? Perfect. Well, thank you. I think there might be some of the game left. And if you guys have any questions, just please reach out.
What's up, Ash?
Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
You guys.
Well, you're a mess.
You
You're a
already
mess.
know.
You're a mess, girl. Oh dear. You better call me.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, Emily.
Thanks, Emily.
Wrap.